Tonight on the House of Tiny Tearaways.
Dog? Well done, mate.
Our relationship was never like lust and passion, and ours was more friendship that kind of turned into it.
It's the 5th day here at the House of Tiny Tearaways. Tomorrow, the families must return to the real world. But for today, the hard work continues for Dr. Tanya Byron. The Scotts, the Newells and the Dixons have arrived in the house, desperate for clinical psychologist Dr. Tanya Byron to help them tackle their children's extreme problems. With just one night left, all 3 families are hoping Tanya can turn their lives around for good. It's the penultimate day in the house, and it's Tyler Newell's first birthday.
At least he'll be able to see his first birthday.
What do you mean?
On tape.
Don't play with Tyler's elephant now.
The Newells arrived in the house 5 days ago, desperate for Tanya's help with their son Kai's terrible behaviour and lack of bond with Dad Paul, which has pushed the family to breaking point. Kai started to respond well to his parents' more positive interaction with him, and they're also trying to be more united as a couple. But with just 1 day left, will they be able to sustain this progress?
I'll just put Tyler in his car. He's so tired.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm okay. Okay.
Don't look it.
Last night, Natasha Scott, who's almost 4, had her best night's sleep ever.
Clever girl. Do you think you're clever? Good girl. Did you sleep well?
The Scotts came to the house to tackle daughter Natasha's sleep problem, which was so bad that Mum Alison was forced to sleep in the spare room while Natasha slept in bed with her dad. Since implementing the rapid return technique, Natasha is now sleeping in her own bed. But with that problem on the road to resolution, will the Scotts be able to sort out the issues that are now emerging with their relationship?
You don't find me attractive, you know, and I can understand.
I'm ready.
Ready for your hair? Who's washing? Dad. Daddy, daddy, daddy's daddy, the favourite.
Can I say my 2 favourite words of the week?
Go on.
Natasha Scott. Last night, what happened?
Extraordinary. Extraordinary. She went to bed and her dad did the bedtime routine last night, and it was absolutely delightful.
Mermaids love playing games.
Shh. Be quiet. Just whisper.
Mermaids love playing games. Yes. Mermaids spend lots of time hunting in shells for shiny pearls.
She then asked him to stop reading so she could go to sleep. I mean, who'd have thought that not only do we have a child who's going to sleep in her bed happily and sleeping in her bed and settled, but is actually now requesting that people could just make bedtime more like bedtime and requesting when she goes to sleep and asking them to leave the room. And that's pretty much what's going on. She then slept through until 5:30 and then got up, walked into the room. Her mum said, go back to bed. So she did.
Right, straight back. Good girl.
2 more minutes.
No, yeah, 2 more minutes in bed.
Is there a real risk that she thinks maybe she's on holiday and this is where she sleeps well, and then she goes home and it's like, oh, sorry, back in bed with Daddy?
I somehow don't feel that's going to happen with Natasha, because Natasha herself has really taken on board ownership of the fact that she now sleeps like a big girl. She, for herself now, sees the pleasure that it's bringing her.
Yeah.
Why would she want to change that? I don't think she will.
You had an interesting consultation with the Scots yesterday where they talked a lot about the past and forgiveness and their issues. Do you feel positive about them?
I think that they have also had quite a shocking week, and they have seen it in their relationship. It is important for the Scots that they also feel that they are in the same place in terms of their understanding of what the issues are, so that when they leave, they can continue to have the conversations as and when necessary to improve things between them, to keep them in bed together and to keep their daughter out.
You want to get on?
I'm going way high.
You aren't half.
Okay.
They never get bored, do they?
Nah.
Never get bored of it.
While the dads look after Kai Dixon, Tanya and Natasha are having a chat in the consultation room.
Right.
Single mum Natasha Dixon arrived 4 days ago, desperate for Tanya's help with her son's terrible tantrums. Yesterday, Tanya told Natasha she needed to work on a daily routine for Kai, but will she be able to stick to it?
Now, what I thought today would be really, really nice is that we could give Kai lots of sort of constant reminders of how well he's doing.
Yes.
So I've made this huge sticker chart, and because he is quite challenging for you,
Yes.
I've thought that basically for every 15 minutes that he's awake, you give him a message about how he's doing.
Yes.
The thing about sticker charts is that you need to basically reward your child after the behaviour you want has occurred.
Yes.
Parents often make mistakes with sticker charts
At the end
because
of the
they
day.
do it at the end of the day. The child doesn't have a memory of time in the way that we do. If
I
you...
try to do the end of the day one.
Right, so I think what we need to do is make it throughout the day. And basically you tell him that if at the end of the day he's got more smiley faces than crosses, he can have a special treat. Now, the aim of today is, as much as possible, is to get Kai to succeed.
Right, no crosses.
No, there have to be some crosses. This is called behaviour shaping. Using a sticker chart is a way of helping a child learn about their behaviour by regularly reinforcing what you want,
Yes.
but also giving them a very clear message when they're doing what you don't want.
Right.
So you've got to be really attuned to him all the time.
Sounds cool.
So that's for you. We're going to stick that up in a minute. So yesterday was a big learning day for you.
Huge.
Wow.
Definitely a big learning curve for me. I think it did. It opened my eyes to where, you know, Kai is my priority. And I honestly believe, truly, that he's my top priority. But obviously he isn't. He is, but, you know,
That's
obviously...
not what he experiences,
No.
is what you're saying.
Yes.
Right. I think you're fantastic, actually, and I think, you know, we have to remember that you've had a day less than everyone else, and you really, really have used so much of what we've spoken about in such a positive way. Are you therefore saying to me that children's behaviour can be linked to their parents' emotional state?
Yes. Obviously, he's feeding off me. He's feeding off my emotions. He's feeding off my feelings and my expressions in my face.
Emotionally, this has been quite a roller coaster for you this week.
Yes, definitely. I think a lot of it has been about me, quite surprisingly, and I didn't think it would be. I thought I'd come in here and be like, oh, it's all about Kai, you're going to sort Kai out and it's going to be all rosy. It wasn't about me. It was about Kai. It's all for Kai.
You came to see Tanya Byron to say, fix my kid, please.
Well, not to fix my kid.
But give me the manual, give me the chart.
Yeah, just
will,
to sort of
yeah.
just like scrape away and just see what's bothering him or...
And what is bothering him?
Me.
You are very honest. Yeah.
I'm bothering him. I'm annoying him, and the ways I say to him...
You're worrying him.
Yes.
I think he's worried about you.
Yes.
I think he loves you very, very much. And I think the interactions have sometimes been so negative that he has felt that he's let you down. Children can often feel guilty about things that happen.
The same way as we do, I suppose.
Yes. So I think it's about understanding behaviour before you change it. And I think that's what you've started to do.
Yeah, I'm starting to do that, yes. Definitely.
All three families have gathered in the lounge to sing happy birthday to 1-year-old Tyler. Tanya wants the kids to give presents to Tyler to show them the importance of giving.
You can give this one. Wow. Say happy birthday, Tyler. Go and give it to him. Good boy, Kai.
Ooh,
There's. Tasha, do you want to give this one to Tyler? You're being a very good boy. You're being a very good boy, little one.
No, don't need 3.
Oh, darling, he doesn't need 3. What, who's going to have the other one then?
Mummy.
Am I going to have it? Thank you, Kai. Good boy.
With birthday presents over, Tanya rewards the rest of the children with toys from the treat box for their good behaviour yesterday.
Ready? Pull it up, darling. There you go. You can have one. Which one do you want? That one. All right, my darling. Big clap for you then for being the very best boy. You can probably do it on the steps outside, actually. Yeah. Right, who's the next oldest in the house? No. Now, we give treats to children who sleep really well in their beds. Would that be you? Who sleeps like a big girl in her bed?
Me.
So which bed do you sleep in?
My own.
So go on, you definitely have earned a treat as well. Go on, sweetie pie. Good girl. Let's have a look. Shall we have a look? Oh, there we go. So,
I got this Tasha.
I don't think they're... Good girl. Big clap for Tasha. Thank you. Pleasure, darling. Now, little Mr. Kind Newell at the end there. You've been a great boy, haven't you? Yeah. Shake my hand. Excellent. Well done. Do you deserve a treat for sleeping like a really brilliant boy? Yes, you do. All right, then. Here we go. Oh, can you take pictures of everybody today? Woo. Good choice. Yeah, big clap. Very good.
Yeah, wiggly worm.
Following their earlier conversation, Tanya and Natasha show Kai his new sticker chart.
Kai, yes.
And do you know what this is, Kai? What is it?
Kai Dixon.
It is Kai Dixon, but it's Kai Dixon sticker chart, and it's for when you do really good things. And you get to put one of these smileys on there.
I'll tell you what, Kai, at the end of today, when it's bedtime, if we have lots of smiles on your good boy chart,
you get a special treat.
There might be a surprise for you in your bedroom. Are you going to get lots of smiles or lots of big crosses when we're sad?
If we're sad and naughty, we get crosses.
Lots of big crosses.
No. To get a surprise, we have to have loads and loads of smileys. Not big crosses, no.
But this is a little boy who's used to getting big crosses,
Yes,
isn't it, really? So
definitely.
I think it doesn't surprise me that he said that. We'll stick this up, and what you need to do now is just go through the day so far, and he can stick all his smiles on. All right, so stick it up and then hold him, and then get him to do the stickers and tell him why.
Okay. Look at that. That's all for you. Come here. Oh, good boy. So, take a smiley off. And then put it on there, at number 30. Good boy. That's your first smiley of the day. Does that look good?
Yes.
Birthday boy Tyler Newell is in his cot while Mum Sarah is getting ready in the bathroom next door. Kai Dixon comes in to investigate.
We made a full picture for you. Made a picture for you. A picture. Oops, baby. Yeah. Okay. Come on. Oh, I want it back.
Oh, what are you doing in there?
We made a picture.
Have you made a picture? Is your mummy looking for you? Yeah? You better go and find her then. I bet she's worried.
Kai.
Come in.
In the last hour, Kai Dixon has received 4 smiley stickers for good behaviour. So far, he's not yet received any crosses.
Oh, look at that. You're just too good to be true.
What's that one?
No, yeah, because it's 11:30 yet, so it's only 11:15. So go get your George book. Well, then, if you went to the book, get a book, you get a sticker.
When the kids
One.
big,
There we go. 1, 2, and you can pick one. You pick a car.
I don't want
Here you go. Let's go get it. Let's go. Let's go. All right, then. If Kai's going to cry, I think we'll get a black pen and put a nice big cross on his beautiful chart that's got all these beautiful smileys on there. I said no, Kai. If we could go in one more time, you get a cross. If you do as I ask, please, Kai, and come sit down and get a book.
No.
Right, you can't be behind, that's dangerous. Right. I need to find a pen now to put on his own chart, because Kai's being silly. Right, it's the last I'm going to ask you, Kai, and then that is final. There'll be a cross here, okay?
No.
Right, okay then. There we go. Let's have a look at that cross. Let's have a look. Look, I'll come show you a cross. When we asked. Look. Does that look good? So next time, we must get one of those. What's this week, Kai? You don't like that, do you, Kai? Does that upset you? Get a cross. Well, next time. You didn't want a cross, did you? Didn't think you did. That's okay, that's fine. Next time, we'll get a smiley, okay?
It's 15 minutes later, and Natasha has to decide whether Kai deserves another sticker.
Right, I'm going to ask you one more time, sweetheart, and that's final. I'm not going to ask you again. Come on, please. Move away from there, please.
No.
I've asked you more than once, haven't I, Kai? Right. Oh, dear. Oh, look at that, Kai. Now that could... That's okay. It's just a half of one. Not a full one. It's not a full one, just a half of one. Just a half of one. Look. We don't like these, do we, Kai? Do we like these ones?
Yeah.
So what must we get more of?
Yeah.
Smiley ones, isn't it, Kai? Yeah?
Are you hugging him? Just watch how carefully you're doing it. Oh, you love him,
Glass of
don't you?
water.
Push it.
Yeah.
Try to push it.
I know, but his brother wants to give him a hug. All right, when he starts crying, that means that sometimes you might just be being a little bit rough on his poor little cheeks. You've got to be a little gentle boy.
Like me.
Yeah, you've got to do it gently, haven't you?
While the Scotts look after Kai and Tyler, Sarah and Paul Newell join Tanya in the quiet room, where she has devised an activity to help the couple explore the problems in their relationship. She's asked Paul and Sarah to write down what they want, what they need, and what they don't like on cards.
Okay, so Paul, this is what you want. So you want to be the man.
Yep.
What does that mean?
The responsibility in the household, in the relationship.
I want sometimes to have a voice, to be heard,
Yeah, be heard.
To be authoritative,
Yep.
to be assertive. Sometimes for you to disagree with me, Sarah, but
My opinion counts.
my opinion counts, and maybe we do what I want to do,
Yeah.
even if you don't agree. Now, you, Sarah, want some practical things. You want more help with the house, which you just said, more family time, which we see makes an enormous difference.
Oh, God, yeah.
And more social activities. Are you asking to go out with Paul a bit more? And
Yeah, like what we had yesterday. I said
Yeah.
we definitely need more of that.
okay, so that's what you want. This is what you need, Paul. You need Sarah and the kids and help sometimes.
Yep.
So just kind of explain that a little bit more.
I definitely need you and the kids in my life. Definitely. What I was saying.
Okay.
You're almost impenetrable, aren't you? He's saying he needs you and he needs his children.
I suppose because I haven't seen it before. because I don't feel... I've never felt that from him. You know, it's hard for me to comprehend what difference I actually make to you. You know, it's like...
What difference does Sarah make to you?
You complete me. That's what I think. That's all I can say, really. I mean,
she completes you?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Well, if you're in me life, I think my right arm's been cut off.
Look at him. You're not even looking at him.
I think my right arm's been cut off. You know what I mean?
The father of your children, the man that you live with, has just told you that you complete him. That, for me, is quite an emotional, very powerful statement. He's saying that without you, he wouldn't be a whole person.
Yeah. I suppose I find that hard to comprehend, that to depend on somebody so much.
I think he's just saying he loves you.
Ah.
So do you love him? Do you love Paul?
Yes.
Thank you.
So hard for you to say that. Because in your life, people who love you let you down.
Yeah.
So you built a wall. Don't let them in. And so it's a kind of... It's a circular thing.
Yeah.
So Paul says he needs you and the kids and help sometimes. And you say, I need more space for Sarah and I need Paul to spend more time with the kids. That is really brave. So how are we going to achieve that?
I feel as though he's proved it to me that he can. Whereas before I've never seen that, but I suppose looking at it now, that I've never let you. So I'll never give you that opportunity. So...
I don't like to see you cry. I don't like...
State the obvious.
State the obvious. I don't like you taking over. So more happiness. Don't treat me like a child.
Yeah.
Let me be a man.
Yeah.
How does that sound to you?
Okay. I mean, I don't like you seeing me cry.
No.
You know, to me, that's being weak to cry, and that's what's absolutely killed me in here, because every time I've come to see, I've cried, and I'm like, I'm getting so angry with myself, because that's why I'm like, I'm not going to cry.
And every time you say a really honest thing and you get really upset, what do I say to you? What does Paul say to you?
You praise me.
Anybody can be a robotic person who controls and gets through the day, but to actually have the courage to say, I haven't let my children have this experience with their father as much as he hasn't made the effort, that is strength. And you don't like...
See, this is where I struggled.
Kiss and cuddling so often.
This is when I feel... It don't feel right to me. It's like...
That's part of being a couple.
I don't know whether you've noticed, but I've noticed that you're much more affectionate towards each other, much more physical and cuddly and...
I don't feel it, and he is normally anyway, you know, but I don't feel... I know I don't reciprocate it back as such, you know, I don't give him the cuddles, and it's only... If I can say in a way, it's because he's asked, I've give it to him, but it's not me that instigates it.
Right.
Never.
Don't you need cuddles? I think you need a lot of cuddles, you just don't let people...
I don't feel as though I need it myself, you know. I will actually give a cuddle when I'll actually come up to you now and again.
But that's then on your terms, very controlled.
Yeah. But
So
that's,
what was that?
That's 8 on her terms.
Right.
But that's when I feel as though I do need it.
What does it feel like for you then?
Sometimes.
Why?
Because you give her a hug and then you're like, yeah, okay, thanks. Or you give her a kiss and, thanks. Bye. And you go off. Like, okay, thanks. That's how it seems to me. That's how I feel.
Is it a bit rejecting?
Yeah, rejected.
You really love her, don't you?
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah.
Do you think Sarah really understands how much you love her?
No.
Do you want to be in this relationship with Paul?
I would say, if I can say, 80% of me wants to be there. But there's that 20% of me that's like, maybe I just want me.
Is it to do with Paul, or is it to do with any man, anybody you would have a relationship with, you would struggle in this way?
I've often thought, well, I wonder if, you know, a man that was like really strong, if I can say strong, not so like domineering, but you know, take control and, you know, like more than what I am, whether I'd like submit type thing and fit in with that, or whether I've felt this way because I didn't feel as though it was coming from Paul. So I thought, well, somebody's got to take charge here, so and make decisions. So I've just done it. You know, it's right. You know, I have thought about that, but I don't know whether it would happen or not. I don't know.
So, would you like for Paul to be more dominant sometimes and to be more, no, I'm having the kids and you're going out and that's it, I love you, off you go?
Yes.
How much of these issues is going to have an impact on Kai?
Big issue. A big impact. I think.
With just one day left for this week's families, and after a tough start, they're all showing signs of improvement, but there's still a lot of work to be done. Is there time for Tanya to help the families to sort out their remaining issues in the 24 hours before they leave? With Tanya's help, Alison and Richard Scott are progressing well, with almost 4-year-old daughter Natasha's sleep problem. But with their daughter sleeping in her own bed, has a rift now opened between the couple. Natasha Dixon entered the house on Monday, unable to cope with son Kai's behaviour. But despite considerable improvement, there's still some way to go. The Newells came to the house at breaking point because of Kai's tantrums. With Paul now making more of an effort with his son, his relationship with Sarah is showing signs of stress. Still to come.
Talk to me.
It's like everybody's happy except for me.
It's lunchtime and the families have organised a picnic in the sunshine for the children.
Tanya says, she says, he's one of the sweetest, charming little boys. She says, really, she said, I thought I was going to absolutely have this mega terror coming in. She says, and it's not. She says, it's you too.
I mean, from my side of things, he's just such a gentle, nice little lad. He really is. And to be honest with you, when you know, when you were in and I'm saying, why are they in? I mean, it's amazing what we don't see. Yeah. Obviously, you do see.
I mean,
but I know. I've obviously heard you guys say he has these tantrums, but obviously I haven't seen it.
How did you find your consultation with the Newells this morning? Paul was wearing a T-shirt. I loved it, and it said, "Who's the daddy?" And he looked really proud of himself, like he has done since you started the treatment. How did this morning go?
Great, really interesting. You know, the big question with children like Kai Newell is we know that he had ferocious tantrums all the time before he came into the house. We haven't seen a single one, I don't think, but there's been an odd moment, but nothing that you would say there's a child who needs to come into the House of Tiny Tearaways. So why? What is this extraordinary transformation? Well, it has a lot to do with how his parents have been feeling to him while he's been in the house. Certainly the house is a lot of fun, but we found that children who've come in and been overwhelmed by the fantastic house eventually will habituate and become tantrumy again. But because his parents have been much more relaxed and because his father is now interacting with him so positively, Kai is a much happier child. His behaviour problems were intrinsically linked to him feeling unhappy because of the emotional temperature of the house, and that's principally to do with Paul and Sarah's relationship.
Paul seems like a different father from the one who only came in 4 days ago. What do you put that down to? Was it just something that clicked, or is it because he's seeing his son behave in a much better way?
I think it's to do with the issues that they've begun to talk about, which is the issues of Paul having never put the input in, having never done the parenting as a father, never really making an effort, as Sarah has always felt, but also Sarah never allowing him to and nagging him to and being so controlling. So she became over-controlling, so he retreated. So she then took more control, so he retreated more. And I think when they first came in, the story was very much, this is all about Paul and Paul's problem with Kai and there's no bond. But I think actually the truth is it's about Paul and Sarah and their relationship and how that gets played out through their son.
I don't know how you guys are going on, how you feel you're going on, you know, with like improving things. I mean, not for us, obviously, the obvious thing is she's sleeping, so we're like 100% better off when we came in, apart from all the stuff that we've dug up. But you come in with one problem, you go out with 10.
Tanya has sent the Dixon family out to a play area to see how Kai copes when told his playtime is over. Natasha rarely goes to the park as Kai's behaviour makes it a stressful experience.
I'm apprehensive, but I'm feeling more confident that I can contain the situation, so I'm hoping it won't escalate.
Today she's armed with a reward chart to monitor Kai's progress.
Well, we just pulled up at the park and Tanya's asked us to go in there, have a little bit of play, and then our object of the game is to give him 2 smiley stickers. Oh, this is cool, isn't it, Kai? Do you like that? Whee! Right, got it. Yay! Look at you! Whee! Right, someone coming down. Quick, jump! 1, 2, 3. Whee! There you go. Any higher?
Yeah. Hello.
After 15 minutes of good behaviour, Kai receives a sticker on his chart, which means he can now get a treat.
Well done, Kai. Good boy.
Ice cream.
Yay! Ice cream! There you go, Kai. What'd you say?
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Cheers. I feel pretty positive. It went really well. Nothing has actually distracted him at all, apart from me sitting in his car seat. We've gone to the park. We finished the park. We've come home. We're on the shop. He's got his ice lolly, and we're going home. And it's been brilliant. Isn't it, Kai? And I'm just so proud of you.
Yeah.
Do I get a kiss? Oh, look at those big ice cream lips.
In the garden, Kai Newell and his mum and dad are making paper chains for brother Tyler's first birthday party.
It's got one more piece to pick up. Come here. It's down the floor, look. Down on the floor over there. Kai.
Big Kai.
Can you give it to little Kai?
Kai, clean your face now, send cream on. You've got a surprise for later.
Excuse me.
Kai. No, they're not yours. Look at me. Look at me. Kai, look at me. Kai.
Step away from the tantrum.
Okay.
Don't look at him. You've been looking at him. Just ignore. Ignore. Are you all right ignoring this? You're all right just leaving it for a while, yeah?
Yeah, because I'm used to this.
Yeah.
I'm quite
Okay, so we'll just ignore it for a while. Right. Well, it's a bit loud, isn't it? Yeah. But it is kind of reducing in frequency, so...
See, now that's the first time he's asked.
What?
I want my daddy.
Right. You can say to him, you can just look at him and say, when you stop making a noise, we can have a cuddle. Just say that to him.
Kai, when you stop making a noise, you can have a cuddle. Okay? Now, bubble, ball. The ball. If you stop crying, I'll give you a cuddle.
Best way to get him to stop now is to distract him by going, goodness me, what's that over there? And then it's over.
Look. Huh?
Tyler's birthday party is being held in the garden.
I can't do it. I do it.
While the children are having fun in the ball pool, Tanya has given Richard Scott and Paul Newell clown outfits to entertain them.
I think you got the better suit.
I don't know.
You old teddy boy.
I feel silly.
I feel fine.
Back in the garden, Kai Dixon is enjoying playtime with Mum Natasha.
Little man. Ow! What did you say to Mummy, Kai? No, what did you say to Mummy? Look, Kai, stop it now. You're gonna get cross now on your thingy. In your chart.
All right. Have you seen this one before?
I've got a punch you. How you going to split a time?
What? Dog?
Well done, mate.
Honey, just calm down with the help. Good boy.
That's just cruel.
I know, it's mean, isn't it? Thank you, Kai, for helping.
Oh, fab helper.
Right.
Hello! Oh my God! What's that? Where's your nose?
I'm going, they didn't have enough.
Oh no, you haven't got one of those.
Well,
It's all right, Kai. You don't like clowns. Come sit with me. Actually, I don't. You're all right. Yeah, come here. You're all right. You're all right. It's only Daddy and Rich.
It's all right with me.
It's only Daddy and Rich. Look. It's Daddy dressed up.
It's me.
It's Daddy dressed
right.
up. And then...
Right, who wants a balloon shape? I'm going to do your dog. Oh, finger stuck. Here we go.
Daddy.
There you go. A dog. Yay!
Well done.
Rope. Oh, an everlasting dog. Oh, do you know these eels are doing my head in?
Furious dropped out of the tree.
While Natasha reads a story to the children, Tanya has invited the Scotts to the consultation room for their final chat of the day.
There can't be that many people have got as much out of it as we have this week.
Why do you say that?
Because I've seen so much more than just a sleeping problem.
What have you seen?
Well, you know, that there's a bigger picture. You can become very insular with your thoughts and your emotions, and you can just turn into this overdrive scenario where you're just trying to get through your life with your job and your wife and your child, and you've got to talk. You've got to involve each other. If you're in a relationship, you've got to involve each other and talk to each other.
Wow.
We needed the air clearing, and we needed to get to a point where we're ultimately, we've got to look after us as a family, and that's what's important. We can sort it, can't we? The eternal optimist.
Do you feel that?
I do now, yeah.
You
do?
do?
I do, yeah. When we talked in here, I sort of realised the penny had dropped and you knew that there was a bigger problem, but I still didn't know whether we'd go away and within a couple of weeks you'd just be back to normal behaviour or whatever. And but then when we had the meal last night, I think I sort of told you a few more things about, you know, just how it is and how I feel and everything. You know, more came out and you sort of listened, and then...
We'd kind of 3 years of catching up to, don't we, really?
Yeah.
By not supporting me for that time has made me change my feelings towards you. How can I love you in the same way when the time I needed you in my life, you let me down? Recognise that you haven't listened to what I was trying to tell you.
I'm listening to you, and I can't believe what I'm hearing.
You actually sat and listened for yesterday and last night for the first time, I think, in our marriage.
Do you feel that you've resolved the bigger question about whether Natasha has a sibling?
Yeah.
You have resolved it?
We haven't resolved it, but it's certainly opened up an awful lot of, you know, doors in my head.
Such as?
That were, you know, firmly closed.
What would those doors be?
Well, you know, if another child came along.
Children don't come along.
Yeah.
Stop.
She don't want me to break down how we've come about having a child.
I'm just to
If another child came along, then it wouldn't be an issue to me. Now that when I say that, sounds awful, doesn't it? That.
Yeah, it does. Are you saying that you're beginning to entertain the idea of having another child?
Yeah.
Right. Whereas previously it's like, that's it, I don't do babies, no more children, got my beautiful daughter, she's now 2, 3, nearly 4 now, done and dealt. Now you're saying, actually, maybe there could be another baby, another child.
Well, I mean, that's that indecision to make today, is it, at the end of this week?
Not at all. And I'm not asking you to sort of sign a contract.
Even willing to discuss it, isn't it? I suppose is a breakthrough.
It sounds to me like Richard is saying that you are willing to discuss it.
12 months ago, I had a sit here and said you were daft for even mentioning something on them lines. But, you know, if it came along, what I can say this time is I'm not a young single bloke that was into his, you know, motorbikes and doing things for himself. No, when I say single, I mean without children. You know, this time I'm a very different person because we've already got a child and I've done a lot of learning.
I think, Alison, you're very anxious and you feel emotional about things. You said often this week, I'm not who I was, I'm an emotional wreck, I've put on weight, I'm not the woman I was. And I suspect that is because I think you're trapped in a really difficult sort of limbo situation as a woman, as a mother. And I think the situation you're trapped in is the fact that in your heart there is always a conversation about another baby, but in your head you know the reality. But the issue has never been resolved one way or another. No. Natasha now is out of the bed. She's in her own bed. She says, I am a big girl in my big girl bed. She's getting more sleep. She's going to be more feisty. Developmentally, she's going to rock it along because the quality of her sleep is going to push her along now. You are going to have to really say goodbye to having the very little child. You're going to have to say goodbye to that part of being a mother. Yeah. But I think for you, with this unresolved question about whether or not you would have another baby, you will always be this woman who is feeling anxious and fidgety and not happy with who she is and what she sees, because there is a part of you as a woman...
Because, like you say, in my heart I want one, but the sensible part of me thinks, don't even do it to the family, to you. You know, can I go through that again on my own? Could it tear us apart again? How will Natasha be if we're torn apart? All of that, my head says no.
From last night, you've benefited from what we said, because you've been so much happier today.
And what about, have you benefited?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
OK, well,
and it's good to see her happy.
Right, well, hold on to that. I think as a woman, your identity is in real turmoil. Yeah. You're in the middle of a conflict.
And I almost feel as if somebody else is making that decision for me. I'd have to do it sooner rather than later because I don't want it to be 7 or whatever.
Do you want another baby?
Yeah.
How much?
Out of 10.
I don't know, it's hard, isn't it?
But in your heart, when you think
I'd love another baby. I would love another baby.
These decisions sometimes are made in a very random way. Yeah. But in the same way as last night, you had a conversation that I think has brought a lightness to your relationship. Yeah. Has brought you together for the first...
I felt much better today about us.
Right.
And about the whole thing.
I think this is the final big hurdle, emotional hurdle, that I think you both need to kind of jump over together. So, how was your outing?
Come back from their outing, Natasha Dixon catches up with Tanya.
Hello, it's next to us, are you? OK, then.
Hello, how are you?
All of a sudden, hasn't it?
Did you have a nice time going out with Mummy? Where did you go, baby boy?
Park.
To the park?
Yeah. What did you do in the park? Oh, that was done.
That's done. Thanks very much.
It was a bit like that, really, at the park. It was like, gone.
I do think he is a child who doesn't get out enough. I think he needs stimulation because maybe he doesn't always get a lot of stimulation because of staying in. So I do think, you know, one big plan should be when you get home that you just take him out a lot and spend a lot of time out with him and, you know, just basically don't care what people think because I know that's what worries you, isn't it?
Yeah. Don't do that.
No.
was, I think.
Yeah, I think you need to go and take him out now and take him over there and look at him and say, you do not jump on Natasha, and just take him and sit him on that step over there and tell him he must not do it. But say it really assertively.
OK. Kai, come here a minute, second. Thank you. Because you do not jump on people's heads. It's
tell
very
him to look
dangerous.
at you, Natasha. Say, I want you to look at me.
Kai, look at me. That was very dangerous. You could have hurt Natasha. You have to sit by here and do not move, OK?
Couple of minutes. And then he has to go and say sorry to Natasha.
Yeah.
Natasha, you got...
Kai, no!
Just pick him up and we'll take him inside now.
Right.
Right, sit him down here.
So now you sit here and do not move. No, you have to. No. Kai, look.
Yes. But you just kind of hold him. Just kind of hold him and say, no, you stay here until you calm down.
No. Kai. Sit here. We'll be over in a few minutes. Sit down.
Say when you calm down, you can go outside.
Kai, look at me.
All right, we'll just then let him calm down now.
Right.
I mean, you could say, OK, Kai, we'll go and sit in the bedroom until you can say sorry to Natasha.
Kai, go to the bedroom now. Calm down. No, come on. Next time, go to the bedroom now. OK, then. Come on, then.
That's it, stay calm. Or just carry him, whatever.
Come on, hold my hands. We're not going to sleep. We're coming to calm down.
I don't want to.
You don't want to?
No.
You're going to say sorry to Tasha?
No.
You don't want to say sorry to Tasha?
No.
Just stay here till we calm down, then.
No.
It's up to you. You can go in the garden and play.
No.
OK, we'll stay in here for a bit longer, then.
Just ignore this.
What, shall I just move away from him?
No, just stay there and say he's safe and don't let him kick you, but just look away, and then when he calms a bit, say, when you can say sorry, you can play outside.
OK. You going to say sorry to Tasha?
No.
Pardon? Yeah. OK, then, that's fine. Good boy. Come with Mummy, then. Come on, then. Good boy. Stop crying, then. Come on, then. We'll say sorry.
But you were really calm. That was really good. That was really good.
Go in a green bedroom.
While Mum Natasha runs him a bath, Kai Dixon is made up with Natasha after the earlier incident in the ball pool.
Now this is my mummy bedroom, and this is my bed. This is my bed. Now drug in the drawers. Just do mummy's read a drug in the drawers. Do you please read a drug in the drawers?
I'm going to read the Jack and George to you. And go to the bathroom, then I'll be there 2 seconds.
Get in the bed with us. Okay.
On my bumpers.
Then dragon doors can fly. It's wings, and then dragon all around and breath, and they got on fire his breath, and then he's down. And then they got fling of the castle, flinging this really swingy tail.
Good girl. Good night, chicken.
Good night.
With the children tucked up in bed, Paul and Sarah Newell are in the gazebo, reflecting on their time so far in the house.
Are you happy with the progress that we've made? Me and Kai.
Yeah, for you guys, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
We just got to work on you.
I feel a lot more miserable now than I was before I come in. Definitely. And I don't like it. I feel so uncomfortable, awkward.
Well, talk to me.
It's like everybody's happy except for me. Now...
And what can we actually do to change that?
Nothing, because it's me personally that's got to change. To be told I'm a real controlling person, and yet I always thought I was being considerate and kind and watched what I say and thoughtful in that. I'm thinking, what the hell do I do? It'd be better if I don't say anything, you know, because I'm frightened I'm going to say something really the wrong way, and, you know, I might as well not be there. I only took control of the house and
Because
the kids and that
do it.
because you didn't do it.
Yeah.
But I didn't think I was being controlling. I thought I was having to take charge because nobody else was doing it.
Right.
So now I'm getting angry because now I was the part to blame for you not doing it.
I've made a change, right? And it's like, you've got to change as well. And then we've both got to change as a couple.
But I've had to...
Yeah, I know, you've had to stick a step
I've
back.
had to come out the family for you to come in the family. That's the way I feel.
Right.
And it's worked.
Yeah. So come back in.
But if I come back in, I don't feel as though it's going to work, Paul.
It will. I feel if we really try, it will work.
If I'd had this from the word go, the help and the support, then I wouldn't feel like this, Paul.
Right.
And it's not as if I never asked you for the help.
Yeah, I totally agree.
I've asked over and over and over again.
But I've admitted that.
That's why we kept breaking up, because I was just so sick of asking. That I knew I could cope on my own. I knew I could, because I was doing it anyway. So I thought, why should I look after somebody else?
True.
Our relationship was never like, well, on my side, I don't know about yours, mine was never like lust and passion, and ours was more friendship that kind of turned into it. And I don't know whether I clung to you because you was the only person that ever showed any interest in me in that aspect. I mean, I've always valued friendship a lot more because friends always stay around. Lovers don't.
I do. The best thing in a relationship is talking to each other. If there's certain issues we don't agree on, we find the best solution.
Okay. How to go forward?
I think we can go forward. You? If you when you let me help you.
See, I don't know whether you can help me. It's something I've got to do. It's me that's got to make the change, and I've got to recognise it and try and correct it. So...
But we've got to do it together. I think we can.
Anything else you want to discuss?
No? Anything else you want to discuss?
It's the end of the family's last night in the House of Tiny Tearaways, and Sarah Scott records a video diary.
This week has been amazing. It's meant that we've got Natasha sleeping in her own bed, out of Richard's bed. I'm back in Richard's bed. We're addressing issues that have been no-go areas for such a long time, so that's fantastic. And maybe if Richard is very different when we get home and keeps to all the things that we've discussed, and I try and be less emotional, maybe then I will become more the person I want to be and more the person that I was. And maybe that will make Richard happier. It will certainly make me happier, and that, of course, will in turn make Natasha happier. I've really enjoyed being in the house. I will miss the people and the support. That's been really appreciated. It's made our stay a lot nicer than it could have been, but we'll still be really glad to get home.
Tomorrow on the House of Tiny Tearaways.
I'm most probably going to just blow up. It is killing me inside to be like this.